Hey everyone, Devin here. Today we are doing a tutorial for internal rotation of the hips. This is week 2 of my hip pain relief tutorial stretch series. Last week we did external rotation. This week it's like a really good one. So when I was working on my middle splits, I found that when I worked on my internal rotation, I had a big imbalance there, and a lot of people do. And working on internal rotation really helped. So let's get into it. You're just going to need enough space to be able to open your legs out wide. And in the pose, you're on the floor. So if you're not comfortable, you can have something underneath you like a yoga mat, but maybe not a pillow. All right, so you're gonna start by sitting in a wide-legged position. The wider your legs are, the more intense the pose is. So from here, you're just gonna notice the inner edges of your legs. That's the part you're going to be paying attention to in this pose. And so to start, you're going to lean over one leg. I'm gonna lean over my left, and I'm going to turn the inner edge of my leg down towards the floor. So leaning over this leg is helping that leg to internally rotate. And that might be a lot for you. That might be enough. If you want to do a little bit of specifics to make it even more, you're going to think of trying to get that part of your leg to touch the floor. And it might not, but you're thinking of that action. So you're actively using your muscles to try to get your leg to touch down. You're going to hold it for a few breaths, as long as you can tolerate, unless it's really easy. You don't have to stay in it forever, like, at least 5 breaths. And then you're going to switch sides. And you're going to notice if one side feels really different than the other for you. So you're going to lean over your leg, and you're going to let the inner edge of your leg turn down towards the floor once again. So for me, the first time I did this, I got a huge pop out, and it felt so relieving. So I hope something awesome like that happens for you. And once again, if you want to make it a little bit more specific, a little bit more integrated, think of trying to get that part of your leg to touch down towards the floor. And you're going to hold it for the same amount-ish of time as the first side. Unless there's a huge difference, then you can spend more time on the side that is bothering you, or the side that feels harder. Then doing that fairly consistent is going to really help with your overall hip pain relief, because we want to find balance in all the directions that our hips move in. So like I said, last week was external rotation. If you haven't seen that video, go ahead and go and watch that, because it's also super helpful. And this week was internal. And stay tuned next week for another part, another way the hips move, and another way to help you find balance in your hip movement and pain relief. So I hope that was helpful. If you have any questions, drop them in the comments, and subscribe so you can be the first to know about the next video in the series that will come out next week. All right, take care. Bye for now.